This is Gerard Stroh at Starlight J Recording. This is a Beatles day. It's been all over the news on the web too. This here that I'm pointing to, that's the Beatles Now and Then, the single. And I have 2 copies of the 12-inch single. That's the back cover. All those are the same. This is the 7-inch one, and these are the 12-inch one. I'm gonna go on the other side, show you what they look like. Okay, it took a little time to get them out. This here tells you about Now and Then, about the journey, how long it took, you know. It's a little article by John Harris. It tells you about the Now and Then, when they first tried to do it in 90, I think it was 95. She kind of looking. It tells you who plays on it. And it shows you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the other sheet. Without messing up the record here. Okay, here's the other one. There we go. Coming out. Okay, can't say all the same anyway. Okay, now you could kind of see how the covers look like, the inside covers. This was released, I believe the Beatles 12-inch singles were released on the 2nd of November. First it came out with the show like a little cassette tape. So you were able to hear it Now and Then. And then they came out with the music video. That was the third thing they came out with. The second thing they came out with the making of Now and Then. It was a 12-minute video. I played one of the records of Now and Then. I just want to mention one little minor disappointment. Well, it's not really a disappointment, but the record sounds good. Now and Then and Let Me Do. But I noticed I have a pretty good turntable system with an Audio-Technica moving coil cartridge, and I notice on all the masters it takes a very sharp ear to hear it. Only on Now and Then I notice there's a high frequency distortion. Not bad. It's hardly audible. You have to have good speakers in order to hear it. The high frequencies, I think it's about between 4,000 to 8,000 hertz. You hear like a little slight distortion. It's not bad though. You can't hardly even notice it. It's very faint, but it is there. I listen to all the downloads that people, I check the playback of Now and Then, the music video, the actual song. I really notice it on the record, but I also notice it when I play the CD file. I don't have the CD of it, but the ones they had on YouTube, and I notice it. But on Let Me Do, sounds fine. So I think it was just the way they mastered it. And they say the Dolby Atmos version sounds better. It's got more diameters, but it sounds fine. But anyway, enough of that topic. Here's what the 45 looks like. That's Let Me Do. Color vinyl, blue. I'm also getting the clear one. It hasn't come in yet. See, that's the 45, but with the small hole. And the traveling single is also 45 speed. Let Me Do sounds great. Well, Now and Then sounds good too. Just a little slight distortion. It's hardly even, you can hardly even hear it. See, they all look the same. I ordered a red one from eBay, hope I get it. But I had to pay, I think, $10, $15 more for it. Oh, I did want to mention, my middle name is George, and my first name's Gerard, and my last name is Stroh. And what's funny is I'm a big Beatles fan, but my favorite guitarist who played in the Beatles was George Harrison. My birthday is a week before George Harrison's birthday. I was born February 14th, 1961, and George Harrison was born February 25th, 1943, and my birthday and his birthday are only a week apart. And another thing too, we both played the same kind of Rickenbacker guitars that he played within the Beatles. The Rickenbacker guitar I got and the one he had that got stolen looks almost exactly the same that the one I have, and I still play it. I just want to mention that. And we both like the same music. We both play bass, we both play keyboard, and we both feel the same way about the world that we live in. So that was kind of a connection between me and George Harrison, because he was my favorite Beatle out of all of them. Another thing I want to say about Now and Then, Paul McCartney did something nice for George Harrison, especially. I was caught off guard when he did that slide guitar solo in memory of George Harrison. I thought that was a nice thing that he did. The memory of John Lennon, of course. And you knew that Paul McCartney and George Harrison rode on the same bus, and George Harrison's dad was the bus driver. George was 15 months younger than Paul, but they knew each other the longest. But anyway, back to the Beatles Now and Then. I actually love the song. I love what Peter Jackson did. I love the video that they did on this. I thought it was cool. Parts I liked about the video was it shows a young John Lennon trying to conduct the orchestra of Now and Then, and Paul and Giles Martin wrote the orchestra parts for this latest song, Now and Then. And other parts I like about it, it shows George Harrison, Ringo Starr, Paul McCartney, when they first attempted this song. The thing was 1995, but they couldn't separate John Lennon's voice from the cassette tape that he had. And I love the video that they did on it. I thought it was cool. And then part 2 of this video, I'm gonna talk about the Red and the Blue album. So I'm gonna put the 12-inch singles away in the 7.